Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. I was listening to E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher's podcast a few weeks ago, and the Secret to Success podcast is one of my favorite podcasts outside of my own. And he said something that's so simple, but it's so true, and it holds a lot of weight. He said it's impossible to make $1 billion and not have any enemies. And that's so true. It's impossible. If you're chasing success and if you want to be a millionaire, you want to be a billionaire, you are going to make enemies. People are not going to like you. You are not going to please everybody. So you have to stop that right now. You have to stop letting it get to you that people don't like you, that people are not pleased with what you do, or they're not pleased with how you do what you do. You have to let it go. Because when you're chasing success, the trolls and the negative people are going to try to cling to you and try to distract you using every single scheme in their book to attack your Achilles heel. It's not going to happen. You're not going to please everybody. You're not going to be a fan favorite for everybody. You need to focus on a select few of people. The first group of people is the most valuable people in your life, the real MVPs. When you get a chance, go listen to that old episode of Mogul Motivation. The real MVPs in your life, the people who truly support you unconditionally, these are the people you need to be focused on. These are the people you need to be worried about. Your clients, your customers, your team members, the people who you are striving to impact are the ones who you need to focus on. Stop focusing on miserable, negative people. You see, people are going to do anything they can to assassinate your character, even when they don't know you. They can see one headline, they can read one article, they can see one social media post, and they're going to make a judgment and come to a conclusion about your character and about what you do. But you can't let that hinder you. You can't let that stop you from being great. Do not apologize for being great. Do not apologize for having a vision. Do not apologize for having perseverance. You do not owe anybody an apology for that. You are not the bad guy. You are not the bad person in these situations. As long as you're not egregious, as long as you're not malicious, as long as you have integrity, and as long as you do what is right and what's fair to your team members, to your customers, to your clients, and everybody around you, you don't owe anyone an apology. Period. Do not apologize for your success. Do not discredit your success just because it makes other people uncomfortable. Just because it makes other people angry that they don't have what it takes to do what you do. You don't owe anyone an apology, and they don't have to give you an apology either. Don't try to seek an apology from them, and don't try to seek any type of validation from them. With all due respect, fuck them. You have to keep doing what you're put on this earth to do. You have to keep making that impact. You have to keep grinding. You have to keep working so that you can fulfill your destiny and you can continue to live out your passion. You don't owe anyone an apology, ladies and gentlemen. You don't owe your family members an apology who ridicule you and who attack you because you choose to go down a non-traditional path. Everybody wants you to have that 9-to-5 mentality, right? They just want you to get a good job and work hard for 30 years and ride off into the sunset with your pension. But you're not built for that. Whether you're building a business from the ground up or whether you're chasing another route, you're not built for that. You have a blue-collar hustle, you have a blue-collar mindset, but you don't want that blue-collar life. Bottom line. And there's nothing wrong with that. So don't apologize for doing what you do. Stop trying to silence yourself and minimize your accomplishments because you don't want to offend anyone or you don't want to come off as arrogant. It's not arrogance. It's a fact. You're literally building your own resume as you go along. It's a fact. It's in black and white. Do not be afraid to tell the world what you're doing and what you're trying to do and what you have done. Don't apologize. No apologies for these weak-minded people, for these trolls, for these miserable people who try to assassinate your character and try to bring down your organization and whatever you're doing in this world. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. You don't owe anyone anything. And just remember, as you're chasing success, you're going to create enemies, even when that's not your intention. But it's okay, because without you, they have no purpose to exist. They need you to be great so they can have a purpose to exist. Their only purpose is to troll you and to ridicule you and to be miserable. So let them do what they do. And you do what you do, and you continue to be great, and you continue to watch the bank account grow, and you make more impact. If this episode has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always. Number one, please leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to somebody else who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you next week.